Welcome back to Top Down with channel. In this video, we will explore how Palo Alto Networks Cloud AD Engine simplifies your life by seamlessly integrating with Azure AD. Now, before we begin, I want to start by clarifying the two types of integrations that we will come across when integrating with Azure AD. In my experience, I have seen multiple times that these two scenarios are mixed up in explanation, especially when you are doing troubleshooting for user ID related matters. The first integration that we have is what we call as directory mapping. So what does direct mapping do? The directory mapping for Cloud AD Engine, it enables you to read and get all the users and devices which are part of the directory and also other relevant attributes of the users. Apart from the users, it also reads and gets user groups that you have created in Azure AD, which includes the group names and who are the users or who are the members of that group. We can use this information when defining multiple policies and configurations to specify to which users or user groups that configuration applies. The next integration that we have is authentication. This is where we will identify who exactly is the user that is trying to access something. SAML is a default authentication method that is mostly used with Azure AD. Now, in this video, we will be focusing on the directory sync or directory mapping part. So in directory sync also, there are a couple of methods that we generally use. For lack of a better word, I would use is the general enterprise app method. There were a couple of options that was available in that also, but the second method in that is now depreciated. So we are going to use the method highlighted as the recommended for now. The other option that we have is Scheme Connector. So if you look at Scheme, it is an open standard protocol for directory mapping that also allows you to control what attributes are distributed, and as being an open standard, the method allows you to move away from proprietary APIs and use an universal integration method. Like I mentioned, in this video, we will be using the general enterprise app method. This only takes a few minutes. So let's get to the configurations. First thing that we are going to need is our directory ID. For that, you can request this from your Azure Administrator, or if you have access, you can go to your Enter ID tenant and then you can copy this tenant ID. Once you have the directory ID or the tenant ID with you, you can go to your Cloud AD Engine and select the option to integrate with Azure AD for directory mapping. And then once you input the directory ID, you can actually generate an URL that you can actually pass it onto Azure Administrator to create the application. One of the advantages with this URL is that you no longer need Azure Admin to enter credentials in your machine, anything like that. You can just pass the URL to the Azure Admin. Azure Admin then can go ahead and provision the application. This method is very seamless, where you don't have to do any other configurations. The application automatically get provision and relevant permissions get added. And once that is done, you can go ahead and test the connectivity. It will take a little bit of time, but then we will get the confirmation that the testing has been successful. That's it. We are done. I think this is one of the easiest integrations that you will come across. We can now go ahead and click on submit. That will save the changes that we have done up to now. So depending on your directory size, it will take a little bit of time for the complete sync to go through. And as you can see, my directory is very simple, few users. We got all the users that is synced in, and you can just go ahead and check out whether the users are available here. And also one other advantage that you have on the CIE is that you can actually check out the groups, and also you can check out who are the members of these groups. So this will really help you when you want to do troubleshooting in terms of whether a user is present in the group or not. You don't have to go to Azure AD and check it. You can check it from the CIE itself. Thank you for joining with us. Hope this was useful.